Hello everybody, Jason here. So I wanted to talk about some MMA news at the moment. Well, as most of you know, the most recent UFC card, Alistair Overeem was knocked out by Antonio Bigfoot Silva. And Bigfoot was a heavy underdog. Most people expected Overeem to actually knock Bigfoot out. But that's not what happened. Bigfoot knocked Overeem out. So instead, real quickly, the fight, Overeem fairly dominant in the first two rounds. He's completely controls the fight. Bigfoot doesn't even look much of a threat. In the third round, Overeem, he's being a bit cocky. His hands are down, and he gets caught by a big shot from Bigfoot. Bigfoot then sees the opportunity, and he just continues, and he lands several more big shots until eventually Overeem steps in and breaks it up. Joe Rogan mentioned multiple times during the fight how Overeem had his chin up and his hands were slightly down, and that he needs to take the fight a bit more serious. He noticed that, and that's basically what happened. Well, that's not really the point of this video. The point of this video to me was I'm seeing tons and tons of people talking about Overeem. Just he's not good enough for the UFC anymore. He's not ever going to challenge for a title. That he's only going to be a mid-level heavyweight for now on. Why? Why is he only going to be a mid-level heavyweight? That's one loss. It wasn't like Bigfoot completely destroyed him the entire fight. It was quite clear that Overeem was winning the fight up to the end of the fight. Now, all credit due to Bigfoot for what he did. In my opinion, Bigfoot should be fighting Cain Velasquez for the heavyweight title. We all know that Overeem most likely would have been fighting Cain if he would have won, but he lost. So to me, it makes sense for Bigfoot to get the title shot. But we have to look at it. Overeem, before he came to the UFC, he was Dream Strikeforce heavyweight champion, and he was the K1 World Grand Prix winner. This guy is pretty much as good as it gets for heavyweights in MMA, and I still think he's capable of beating anybody in the heavyweight division, both inside and outside of the UFC. So basically, the consensus of my opinion is one loss, he made a mistake. Hopefully he'll come back and correct his mistake. But you can't just write him off as another mid-level guy now because of one loss. Every major fighter in the heavyweight division right now has at least one loss on their record inside the UFC. I mean, Cain Velasquez got knocked out with Junior Dos Santos, but now we saw what Cain did to Junior in the last fight. And vice versa. Junior Dos Santos completely got dominated by Cain in the last fight. But in their first fight, Junior knocked him out. So in Cain versus Junior Dos Santos 3, I'm not sure who's going to win. I'm sure both of them will have to change their game plans just a little bit, and it will make it a very interesting fight. Same with Overeem against Bigfoot or any other competitor in the UFC. Personally, I think if Overeem was to fight Bigfoot in his next fight, he would win. I think he showed that he is a superior fighter in the first two rounds. In the third round, he made a mistake, and Bigfoot did an excellent job of capitalizing on the error. And basically what I'm saying is there's just far too many fans in MMA and sports in general that are willing to write off someone for one bad performance. Let's face it. Just like I'm a human being everyone that's watching this video for the most part is a human being. Professional athletes are still human beings and they make mistakes. We cannot judge them based on one performance, good or bad. We have to see the body of work they've done. And Overeem's body of work in MMA is quite amazing. And I only expect him to add on to that in the UFC. Hopefully he'll get himself back into title contention soon. Alright guys, until next time, bye.